Hey, Healthy for Life team. I'm so glad each one of you guys were able to make it this evening. It's always exciting to see your faces and just to be connected and, get to talk truth one-to-one. So this is going to be a great evening with Miss Alita Allen here. She is living it. And so I'm so thankful that she's able to be with us and encourage this team and share what is happening within the Plexus community. And I just know there's so much purpose in all of it, and the timing is now, and it's for each and every one of us. There is not one of us in this meeting tonight that cannot participate and cannot live and do what she is doing. So take it away, Alita.
So true, Michelle. What a leader you guys have. Karen, you're on here with your sweet little one. Praise the Lord. So sweet. Okay, so tonight I've been so fired up here lately, so just get ready for some fiery Plexus preaching. I have a lot to share that's just been on my heart, and I just want to confirm what Michelle is saying, that anybody can do this that has a heart for it. So it's just like anything else, and that's what I really want to talk to you guys tonight about. Is it's just like anything else that you have a vision for or you have a passion for. You need to really want it. You need to have a desire for it, and you need to actually do it. So tonight I wanted to talk about practical things that we can do to achieve what we're trying to go for. So the first thing we need to do is have a goal. What is your goal? Are you trying to go silver? Are you trying to go gold? Are you trying to go ruby? Michelle is next up for ruby. We need to have goals. Otherwise, we're kind of floundering. Otherwise, it's kind of like, oh, if I sign someone up, great. If not, oh, well. And what can happen is it can get real stagnant. And then you're wondering, why isn't this working? And it's usually because you're not signing up personally sponsored level ones. So having a goal for your own self of maybe reaching silver. And silver is 3 ambassadors, and you get $25 per person, plus $100 bonus. Silver is where it's at. So how do you grow a team? You get everybody in your team to go silver. So I get the question a lot of, okay, so I signed someone up and they really don't want anything to do with the business. I'm like, okay, great. The first great news that I hear out of that is that they're over the skepticism of the products. They've purchased the products and they're interested in the products. So my next question for them would be, I totally understand not being interested in the business. I wasn't either. Was anybody here really interested in the business from the get-go?
Yes.
Awesome. Anybody else?
Melanie.
Sort of.
Sort of. So most people, with the exception of Sweet Nellie and my good friend LaToya, most people are not going to be interested in the business at the beginning. You're going to have probably a very few percentage. And those people are going to be business runners, and they're going to be amazing for your team. You need to find those people. But if you get a person who's not interested in the business, don't worry. I was not interested in the business. Lisa was not interested in the business. Michelle wasn't interested in the business right off the get-go either. This is something that kind of comes with time, and it also comes with knowledge. So if we had said to Michelle, sign up for your products, and we'll talk to you in a couple months, she probably would not be senior gold. If we would have signed her up for her products and said, we'll talk to you in a month and maybe I'll share with you going silver, she probably would not be senior gold. What it takes sometimes is us saying, hey, I know you're not interested in the business. I completely respect that and I completely understand that. I just feel like I would be doing you a disservice if I did not let you know that you can get your products covered if you go silver. Even if they need to have 3 customers, whatever it is to get their products covered, that's what we want to encourage people to do. Every single person who signs up, every single person. So if there's somebody on your team that you've not shared that with yet, I want you and challenge you to go back and really encourage them to go silver to get their products covered, especially if they've been on the products for a while now. Absolutely no reason. And the thing that I do too is I give them ideas. You can't, for me, I couldn't think of 3 people. So there I am loving these products after 7 days, and I want to tell some people, but I don't know who. So when Jennifer messaged me and said, I really think you should go silver. What about your husband? What about your best friend? She started naming off people who she thought might be interested or that I could reach out to. After I went silver is when I posted on Facebook for the first time. So you're not necessarily going to get somebody out of the gate who's going to be really like, yes, I'm just going to post on Facebook. I'm going to be crazy amazing at wanting this business. You're going to get some quieter people who are a little bit more nervous. And those are people that you really want to pay attention to, because typically, they're going to have some kind of influence that they're concerned about. Right? They're going to have a presence on Facebook perhaps, or a presence in a community that they're concerned about, that they're not just going to jump in blindly and just start posting and going crazy with Plexus. So we need to respect their platforms and say, we respect that so much. Why don't you just privately message a couple people and see if you can get some people interested just to get your products covered. And, these products are really changing lives. So we think it would be a benefit, to them for you to do that. So giving them those options where they don't feel like it's either post on Facebook or there's nothing, you can't grow your business. I literally said the words, I will never post on Facebook. And it still cracks me up now because I think, wow, now that's all I do is post on Facebook because I see the vision for it and I see how many people it's helping. But at the beginning, I said I would never. Could you imagine if Jennifer was like, okay, well, she obviously doesn't want the business. She doesn't want to post on Facebook. So I'm not willing to work with her. She really stuck with me and she really encouraged me. And that took a while. That took 2 or 3, 4 weeks. But she mentioned it to me right from the beginning. So that's my whole point, is mention this to people. Do not take for granted that they're saying, I don't want the business. I can't tell you how many people signed up and said, I do not want the business. One of my rock stars on my team signed up and said, do not even tell me about the business. I don't want to know anything about the business. I still reached out every month and said, you should just go silver and get your products covered. Every month I did that. And finally she said, okay, I'll do that for you. So, and then she got the vision for the business. So you just never know. Now, of course, like I said, we want to respect people. We want to respect their platform. This isn't about making them go silver. This is about sharing the opportunity with them. So having a goal and then encouraging everybody you sign up to go silver. So your goal should typically be to go silver every month. That's 3 people every month. And I've really, I did a training session for another team a couple nights ago, and I said, well, what topic would you like me to talk about? And she said, well, my team's feeling really tapped out with their market. Can you talk about that? And I said, yes, I would love to, because I thought when I hit Ruby, I thought I'm tapped out. There's nothing else. I've got nowhere else to go. I've got no one else to sign up. I can't sign anyone else up. This is it. This is done. It's a dried up river. And I kind of wallowed in that for a little while. And then I got a no excuse mentality. I really prayed. I prayed through it. And I realized that I had to be my own rock star, that if I really wanted this for my family and I really saw the vision for it, like I said I did, I needed to work my business diligently and consistently and with passion. And that really changed a lot for me, and it got me excited because I realized so many people need these products. That month, I ended up signing up quite the rock star on my team. That month that I had that mindset change of, I'm going to do this even if I have to sign up everyone by myself, which isn't the reality. So now I'm living under the blessing of residual income, where when I'm because of a death in my family, or I'm down because there's just a lot going on in my life, I'm still making life-changing income, and I haven't had to work that much for it. So you do have to work in the beginning. You do have to put some blood, sweat, and tears into this. It's not just going to fall upon your lap. So you do need to reach out. You do need to grow your network, and you do need to take a no excuse mentality. As hard as that is to hear and to accept and receive, it is the truth. You do have to push forward. And sometimes I'm not as bold with sharing that as I need to be. And that's something that I'm learning in my training is that, I really worked hard. I really got out there. I did not accept the fact that my market was dried up. I live in a town of, I think there's 80,000 people here. And I thought, there's diamonds who live here. There's a lot of diamonds who live here in the Lebanon, Nashville area. One of those diamonds being my direct upline pretty much. And she runs in the same circles as Lisa and I. So we were thinking, man, she signed up 80% of the people we could have signed up, so it's dry. But that's just not the truth. I mean, we have it's 80,000 people live here and maybe 5% know about Plexus. So when I'm at the grocery store and I say, have you ever heard of Plexus? Every single time they say no. So I know that my market is not dried up. I just have to do a better job of finding those people who need these products. That's my job, is to get these products in hands of people who need them. So it was a little uncomfortable at first. I was a little bit nervous. Even though I seem outgoing and whatnot, I am a little bit introverted. I know that's hard to believe, but it's true. I get shy. I get scared. My heart, like this in my chest. I'm there at the gas station thinking, I can't say anything to this person. But then there's just this boldness that takes over. And I'm like, these people need Plexus. And I just go up and I'm like, have you ever heard? I'm doing a challenge with my company. I'm going to take a picture of you with me and my business card. Have you ever heard of Plexus? And it just opens up this amazing conversation. And yes, I've had some people sign up. And yes, I've had a lot of people not sign up. But it increased my faith. It increased my courage. And it made me a little bit bolder. So getting out of your comfort zone is for sure part of this. So even if you're just beginning, Miss Becky, and you're thinking, this is just too time consuming and this is too much work and this is just too much. At the very beginning, you're just sharing products because you like them and because people need them. And you really will start to witness lives being changed. Servants of the Lord who are needing health answers to health concerns. I think of Michelle and Madadi with all their babies, and Karen, with her testimony, and just all of these testimonies where people were desperate for these products and how much has changed for them. You're not on products for 15 months if you don't love them, and these ladies have been on them for a long time. And so I just think of Madadi's testimony with the hormones. I mean, you ask her, she says, I know for sure that Plexus was the reason that my hormones were balanced after, 6 weeks on them and able to carry twins without the hormone shots. I mean, that's life-changing. So that always brings me extra confidence too, knowing that I'm sharing products that are truly, truly life-changing. So I want to talk a little bit about passion, and I'm going to, if you were at SOS and you heard Brother Logan preach, is kind of some of his sermon, because it just really, Mama Pam over there knows, because we preached it down in her kitchen afterwards too, talking about it. But he was talking about the adventures of the vision snatcher, okay? And talking about how you have a vision. You need to be convinced in your soul. You need to be prayed up about it. You need to be convinced that this is what God has for you. And I believe that you guys being on here is a very good sign that you feel like God has this for you. I mean, how many really believe this has been an answer to prayer for them? Just raise your hand.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if nothing else, look at my testimony, the financial part of it. I started this long before I ever knew Floyd was going to pass away, right? And the providence of God that I'm completely beyond taken care of, a widow who can bless others, is astounding. I mean, that is God. That is God. And so if you are convinced that this is something that the Lord has brought into your life, you need to get passionate about it and treat it as such, that this is something to be passionate about. And passion, I love that he said this, passion brings alignment. It brings you back on track when you're feeling a little bit discouraged maybe, or maybe your life is so crazy because you're working 3 jobs, or you've got 7 kids and you're trying to homeschool, or maybe you're just kind of feeling down. Life is hard, different things. It's going to bring you back into alignment. It's going to say, you know what? No, no, devil, this is something that God has brought to my plate, has brought into my eyesight, and I'm going for it. Because it's exactly what he wants. He wants to get us down. He wants to get us busy and distracted from doing what we're supposed to be doing. And not for 1 second do I not feel like this is completely a ministry, as well as an income providing and products that are changing people's lives. So the fact that the enemy fights us so hard, that's a good indication as well that the Lord is wanting to work here. So passion brings alignment. It's going to bring you back to saying, okay, these products are amazing. This business is amazing. This is what I need to be doing. Passion is going to give you persistence. It's going to say, even if I don't feel like it today, I am going to reach out to 3 people. I am going to make a commitment to myself. I'm going to reach out to 3 people. I'm going to engage on the team pages. I'm going to whatever it is that you feel like you need to do to work your business. It's going to give you the persistence that even when it's a hard day, you're going to do it, because that's what's going to be fruitful. Those are the moments it's fruitful. Have you ever noticed that the days that you are just like, you cannot get to church? I mean, your kids' shoes are missing, their outfits are dirty, someone's dumped cereal on the floor, and you're going to be late. And I don't know if that's for anybody else, but for me, I'm like, I can't handle being late. I'm like, if I'm going to be late, I might as well not just not go. But then you go to church and you're so blessed and you realize why the enemy was fighting you so hard from getting you there. That's how I feel about this. It's like, if you are fruitful, even when you if you are persistent and passionate, even when you don't feel like it, even when you feel like, oh, no one's responding to my messages, or, the children are too noisy right now for me to message, or I really can't sit down right now. If you will take those 20 minutes and be consistent and be persistent and be passionate, it will be fruitful. I am telling you, I know from experience, it will be fruitful. So even in the hardest times of my life, I was still persistent, because the passion of these products and the passion of these people in Plexus kept me in alignment with my business. So even when I wasn't working to my full potential, I was still doing something. And that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about doing something even when you don't feel like it. Persistent, passion. Yes, I love it. Okay. It's going to, sorry, I have these little notes here. It will push you past your problems, past the trials and the troubles. Passion. So really getting fired up, because I know that when I share Plexus and I'm like this, and I'm like, you've got to join my team. you'd be crazy not to. People's lives are changing. The products are changing lives. This business has brought so much freedom to so many people I know. There are families on our team who I don't know what they would do without that extra $500 or $1,000 a month. I do not know what they would do without that extra income. So it's a big deal, and then when I can share it like that, that enthusiasm brings people to the table. They want to know, what is that you're talking about? But if I'm just sort of like, okay, yes, I know you're on supplements already, so okay, thanks so much. But if I push a little bit past that, and I ask a question and I say, well, just out of curiosity, what supplements are you on and what are they for? And then you might find out that, hey, they've got diabetes and they're on insulin and they're on a magnesium supplement, and that's it. So we've just taken their word at I'm on a supplement to mean they're on everything that Plexus is. I can tell you there's nothing like Plexus. There's nothing like it. There's nothing that balances your blood sugar levels, that gives you the magnesium, the vitamin C, that gives you the probiotic, plus the antifungal, plus the X factor with aloe with 300% absorption. There's nothing like it. So when someone says to you, I'm already on supplements, I challenge you to just ask questions. You're not demanding that they switch, but you're saying, I'm so glad to hear that you're on supplements. It's amazing. That's definitely a great step to take in your health journey. Do you mind telling me what supplements you're on? It opens up a conversation. Don't be so quick to shut stuff down. Ask questions. That is the key to really hearing people's hearts with where they're at. And don't take no as a discouragement. That is something that I can say that I really don't struggle with. So if you struggle with a no, I want to talk to you tonight before this is over. Because to me, I've always felt like a no is just a not yet. I mean, I really feel that way. Maybe I'm crazy, but I really feel like a no is them saying, I'm just not ready yet. I said no for 18 months before I signed up. 18 months I said no. So, and she messaged me a lot, probably once every 2 or 3 months, you know, Jennifer did, hey, like, still think you'd be amazing and, you know, whatnot. She tried to go for the products one time, the business the next, and she'd switch back to the products and then the business. You know, she reached out a lot and it made me feel good. It made me feel like, man, she wants me on her team. That's cool. Even though I didn't feel ready, I was honored that she thought that I could even do what she was doing, you know? So do not take a no as a no forever. It's a no for right now. It's like the waitress with the coffee. And I know I talked about this before. It's in Sarah Robbins' book, but I mean, we don't break down. You don't see a waitress break down in tears and, you know, hit the floor like, I'm giving up, I'm quitting my job. They said they didn't want any more coffee. You know, we don't see that because they know it's just, they just don't want coffee. It's something personal. It's the coffee. It's maybe they've had some. There's just so many factors that play in. Maybe their stomach's upset. I mean, we don't know why they're saying no. We don't know if it's a financial thing. You know, we don't know. So asking questions, building relationships with these people, and really trusting the Lord to have discernment. And that's, you know, part of this too, is that not everybody is going to sign up for Plexus, and that's okay. And we need to have discernment with when to leave that person alone. And when to go after somebody and say, hey, and be bold. I really feel like these products are for you. I mean, you're talking about people who, you know, I mean, Medadi's husband, he was the biggest skeptic. She was on it having amazing results with blood work, amazing results. And he was still like, I don't know. And then how long ago did he start? Does anyone know? Like 3, 4, maybe months ago?
Yeah, 4 or 5 months maybe.
Yeah. And I mean, he is like, this stuff is amazing. I mean, so it just goes to show that you never know when someone's going to come around. So keep sharing. And I also wanted to touch base too on a little bit of feeling like nervous to share. I want to see if anybody on here is nervous to share, and I want to talk and maybe role play it out a little bit with ways that'll make you feel not so nervous and a little more confident with speaking, because I don't need to do all the talking. So does anybody have any situation that gives you anxiety about Plexus?
Not knowing about a product when they ask you without saying, okay, when I get home, I'll check it out and call you back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You need to know right now how to answer them.
Right. Okay,
great. My idea was to make out some index cards and have them on me. I don't know if that would help or not.
That's a great idea. I also think that if you come up with like a 30-second answer that you just kind of know, and I can give you an example of one. Okay, so ask me, say, what's Plexus?
Who, me?
Yeah.
What's Plexus?
Plexus.
That's what I asked Marari. That's exactly what I asked Marari.
Plexus has changed my life. It's a supplement that balances my blood sugar levels, that helps me not crave sugar, gives me more energy, and like that brain fog that I always had is gone. And I just feel amazing. It's a probiotic, it's a magnesium, and it's a pink drink. It's everything you need to feel amazing.
That's great, but I just forgot everything you just said.
That's okay. I will make a video and I'll post it on the team page, okay? on your guys' team.
Well, a couple of things that you and Marari both did, which I saved, but I haven't had time to go back and look them up again, is you listed what a product, everything it does for you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think Michelle listed about what the block did.
Right.
No, Latoya, one of them.
Yep.
Said what the block was, what it does for you, and the Marari's on the probio and the other stuff. She tells you exactly what what they do for you and what to expect,
mm-hmm.
the outcome of them and all that stuff. So I still got to go back and I want to write that stuff down and then just keep saying it over to myself. And then eventually, if I'm asked that question, I'll have that answer.
Yes, and do not feel pressure to know everything. I still don't know everything. I still get messages about stuff that I think, oh man, I think I used to know that, but it's gone. So let me get back to you right quick. But as long as you know the basis of what the triplex does, and the other thing is, for the longest time, even though I researched the products like a crazy lady, I still didn't know how to explain it in a way that was eloquent whatsoever. I mean, I was like, you know, this is like a thing and you drink
that
it.
You just need to do.
Yeah, like I had no words. I couldn't find my words for some reason because I didn't want to sound salesy. I didn't want to sound like I was pushing it. So all I did was I would say, you're going to love it. It's amazing. Let me send you a video. And I would let the video do all the talking for me. And it was so wonderful because I didn't have to explain anything. Plus, there was that third-party validation of someone else explaining it. And at the time, I think we were sending. What triplex video were we sending? Oh, All My Darling. All My Darlings.
Oh, yes.
And then I made one, and then I started sending that one. But if you send any triplex video, go on YouTube and just triplex plexus videos. Find one that you like, and we can send you a couple too. Just use some things. That's a great tool. And there's nothing wrong with saying, what's plexus? And you say, it's awesome stuff. It helps with a lot of things. And I know you struggle with diabetes, so this is going to be amazing. Let me send you a video tonight. You're showing your passion. You're being excited. You're not giving any information that's too much, you know. And then you just go home and you send that video and you let that do its talking. And then you wait for their questions. And then you've got the time. So they type it to you and they say, well, what about this? Then you can quick message one of us and say, I'm not really sure how to answer this, and we can help you. So don't feel like pressured to know everything. I mean, like I said, I still don't know a lot of stuff about some of the products. So
I want to just bleep in real quick.
yes.
The three-way chats that you guys all have, like for you, Nellie, you have the Nellie going silver. That's what that is for. So anytime you run into that, you have a question, that's your team resource. Because it's a group of us. So if I'm available that very minute, hopefully one of us we can answer. So that's just a great resource for all of you. Responses, even when you're out and about, you know, I use it all the time. Sometimes you get a good response then.
What is it that you use? What is it called?
In Messenger, you're in a little group. It's called a group chat. The one that,
right?
Yes, that one. So if you have a quick question or you run into a situation, that's your team. You can pull from your team right then and there, and hopefully one of us, because it's a group of us, will be able to respond timely. Help you out.
I got a friend that I'm getting ready to go over to on Thursday.
Awesome.
And I'm going to do just what you did to Michelle. I'm going to walk in there and tell her she's getting ready to start business with me. Whether she wants to or not, she's doing it. She has IBS. IBS, and she struggles with it really, really bad. She's always sick, can't go out and eat dinner because she can't, has to run to the bathroom 4 or 5 times in the middle of dinner. So I'm gonna go over and drag her into it Thursday.
Awesome.
Melanie.
Bobby Silver.
What? Melanie,
Who's talking to me? Who's talking to me? I gotta find him.
Lisa.
Hi, Lisa.
Hi. A friend of mine, Tammy, had IBS for 25 years. Horrible. Couldn't do any driving, no day trips, nothing like that. So ever since starting Plexus, within the first month, she doesn't have a problem with it anymore. And it's been
Just
over
1 month.
Well, yeah. And it's been almost 2 years that she's been on the triplex. So it's amazing, Now I think the first trip she went from Tennessee to Texas, which was huge, So anyway.
See, my theory is I'm going to get her on it so that in June she's going to drive with me to Vegas.
There you go.
Yeah. Me to Vegas.
Awesome.
And I'm not giving her a chance to say no because she can't afford it or whatever, because her husband just passed away about 3-4 months ago. And she's used to having both of their incomes, and she don't have that no more. So this is going to be another reason that she needs it. Plus, I'm not going to give her a chance to say no that she can't afford it because I'm giving her first one.
Aww.
and tell her she doesn't like it in 60 days. She can get her money back for the second one that she bought, and I'll get my money back for the one I bought.
Perfect.
It's a win-win situation.
That's sweet. That's a ministry, girl.
Yep.
That's what I'm doing.
All right, Karen. Anything you want to ask?
Oh, I don't know. I feel like I have vision, but I don't know. It's just hard for me to, I think it maybe just reach out. It's really out of my comfort zone, I guess. I've tried, I don't know. I think most of my problem is I feel like I don't have time.
Right.
I just feel like I don't know. It's mostly the time issue. And then by the end of the day, I'm just really tired after, trying to get everything in a day. And then I'm just like, oh, I just want to just relax and just look through Facebook. So I guess I just need that passion more, I guess. Like you said, when I have the passion, I feel like, I do start reaching out, but then it's the follow-up that I end up not doing later on, which I'm like, oh, what? I know if I just follow up, I could probably get some people,
And that's okay. Have grace on yourself too with that. Maybe just have a little challenge for yourself where you just reach out to one person every day, and all you're going to say is, hey girl, have you ever heard of Plexus before? ? That's it.
Right.
Keep it really short. It's not going to take you much time. But if you're really consistent with that, then when you do have time to follow up, you're going to have a lot of people to follow up with, which would be amazing.
Right. Yeah.
So just challenge yourself to really stay, committed to just even something really small. And I know the season of life you're in right now for sure is got to be very small, but that might make you feel a little bit more like you're doing something, but it's not overwhelming.
Right.
Morgan, what about you, honey?
For me, I had a meltdown earlier because for me, I'm trying to be consistent with reaching out to new people like every week, and sometimes it doesn't happen every day, so it's like pretty much every other day, or at least a couple people every day. And I try to I don't want to just like, if I haven't talked to them in a long time, I don't want to just be like, hey, I'm your friend now, can you try Plexus? So I've been trying to initiate a conversation, and then after you kind of get the basics done, then I've been asking them, hey, do you mind if I share Plexus with you? And I think right now my issue that I'm really struggling with is that they just stop talking to me, like on face, like on the messenger, like they just won't reply ever. And it's very discouraging because like I have a lot of group messages and then I'm like, do I follow up or do I wait? So some of them I followed up and I still don't answer, and I don't know what to do.
Okay, that's good.
That's my biggest.
Okay, that's good. That's what tonight is for, is to talk about this stuff, because sometimes we get these ideas in our mind and we let ourselves get so discouraged when it's really not that way. So that's totally normal. It happens to
totally normal. Morgan, we've all been there. Let me tell you, sister, we've all been there. Like crickets.
Exactly. So when we've all been there, and it's them not being ready. They're not responding because they're not saying no. So they're thinking about it. They're contemplating it. They're wondering, is this something I really want to do? Because really, let's think about it. If there was something that a friend messaged you and you were kind of interested, but you were really busy and just didn't really have the time, you just might get busy and just not respond. But if you were like, absolutely not, I don't want any part of this, you'd probably say, no, thank you so much, in the conversation. You wouldn't even, you know what I mean? Like you wouldn't even really partake in it. So don't feel discouraged by that. Feel encouraged by that. I know that sounds crazy, but feel encouraged that you've got potentials. So those kind of people, when do we follow up with them? We follow up with them when there's a special going on. We follow up with them when there's a special that you decide, hey, I'm going to do free shipping at the end of the month. So, hey, I'm offering free shipping. Just wanted to let you guys know if you are ready for Plexus, I'd, be happy to tell you about this special. And that's it. That's all you say. You're not saying, do you have any more questions? I mean, you're just saying, I just wanted to let you know there's a special going on if you feel like you're ready. I had one lady who we talked for a while, and then she completely stopped messaging me. And completely stopped messaging me for a year. Oh man. And this month with the watch incentive, I'm very driven by certain goals. I set this goal, I'm going for it. Because there's just something about keeping your word to yourself, I went for it, and I messaged that girl, and it had been, I looked back through our messages, and I'm just laughing because I'm like, oh my goodness, look at these messages, and I kept messaging her, no response, and I respect this woman, so it was like, Alita, and I'm cracking up at myself, and then I see, where she just literally stopped responding altogether for quite a while, and I reached out to her on this, and I said, just in case you're ready, I would love to see you even just try the pink drink. And that's all I said. And she responded back and gave me, her information and was like, I'd like to sign up for the pink drink. I'm like, okay, that's crazy. So you just never know. That was over a year. I mean, I just think that's so funny. I mean, I'd see her out and about and normal conversation was fine. But she just wouldn't respond to any of my Plexus messages. And it's just, I really believe it's just because they're not really sure what to say. They're not ready quite yet. They don't want to say no because they don't want you to stop talking to them about it. But at the same time, they're not ready to jump in with both feet. And that's okay. I was the same way. So be encouraged by that, really. And just remember those people. Maybe have a list or just a mental note of who those people are so that when there is a special or when you decide, you're really trying to reach a goal and you want to do free shipping for somebody, that you can go back to those people and say, hey, free shipping this month. There's a lot of people who don't. I mean, I'd be happy to screenshot you some pictures of messages I have right now ongoing that people don't talk to me in months. And it just doesn't hurt my feelings. It really just does not hurt my feelings because I just think, it's not personal. They're just not ready to try Plexus. So don't let that be a discouragement to you. And really just, your posting is so wonderful, Morgan. You are just such a natural poster and you've just done it from the beginning, and so your mom has had amazing results, right?
Yeah, my mom has been having a couple small things, but my dad has been drinking the pink drink, and he is loving it. And
awesome.
And he tried to take a nap after his pink drink, and I thought to myself when he said he was going to go take a nap, I'm like, I don't think he's going to be able to sleep. And he went in there and he's like, man, I couldn't even sleep because of the pink drink. But that was a good thing. He realized how much it was working. Right. So it was good.
And to me, I would think, that is so encouraging. Your parents are finding results with the products and maybe asking them to share a little bit too and just go silver themselves so that, your mom could get a little bit of money back for her products would be a good thing. And then maybe a couple of your friends that you've signed up, same thing, encouraging them to go silver, getting them on a 3-way call with Karen or Michelle, because I know Karen's in new baby time. But, I know Michelle or any of us would just be happy to do a 3-way call with you and them. And really try and share the vision of going silver with them and seeing if we can't get them silver. Because that's the quickest way to multiply your team. That's what I just wish I could drive home is go silver. When we first started our team, it had such wild momentum, which we're in right now as well. But when we first started, it had wild momentum because that's what we were doing. That's all Jennifer ever told me was go silver. Tell everyone you meet to go silver. And you go silver every month. And that's exactly what we did because that's all we knew to do. And it works. It just it's crazy how quickly it will multiply and grow your team just by getting people to go silver. So really take a little bit of time and encourage the people in your team, again, even if they're not interested in the business, to go silver. It's super important. Plus you could win Silver Star Strip, and trust me, it's worth it. You want to go. All right, Miss Pam, I'm ready for you. Hit me with your hardest question.
I struggle reaching out to people.
Okay. You're not sure what to say or who to reach out to.
I guess it's because it's out of my comfort zone. So it's kind of.
You mean you little outgoing thing? Okay, so tell me, like, give me an example. Like, do you have a list? Do you have people that you could reach out to, but you're just nervous to?
I have reached out to some in the past. It's kind of the same thing as they were saying. A lot of them just don't respond. So I know I need to up with them again, but
yeah, I mean, and same thing for you. It's not bad news that they're not responding. It should be encouraging. Just remember that those people are now potentially going to be watching your page. They're probably going to be, and you've really stepped out of your comfort zone and been posting amazing, getting so much engagement. I love it. And I think if you keep that up and know that every person you message is probably going to be trafficking to your page to see what you're talking about. So keep up with the posting. And we really, really need to get your son on a 3-way call.
I just talked to him yesterday. He just has really strong convictions because he's a pastor. He doesn't feel like he should be doing it.
And I get that, and we got to respect that platform. So we move on to the next person. And you and Brother Danny know a lot of people. So have you written out a Frank's list?
Yeah, I probably need to work on it again. And I know I need to increase my network. And I got business cards, but I haven't given any. So I need to do like what you're saying. Just people I meet, I need to,
Hand them a card. Hi, my name is. Have you heard of Plexus? Hand them a card.
And just doing little things that get you out of your comfort zone. Let me give you this analogy. This just came to me. Okay, when I came to CTC, and he said, do something you've never done in worship. Brian did. And he said it this time too, I noticed. And, I've never danced, not because we don't have the liberty at my church or not because of any reason, but because I'm a horrible dancer. I have horrible rhythm. You'd think that being a singer, I could keep time. I can't. I'm a horrible, I just would be horrible. I mean, it would be embarrassing. It would be horrible for everyone. And I've never done it. But the Lord, the liberty there, and when he said and gave that permission to do something that you've never done before, even though it was totally in my comfort zone, even though it was scary for a few seconds, stepping out there, I did it. And I was so free in doing that. And it brought such joy. Now I'm like, LaToya was like, you are like a dancer. I was like, I know. Because I didn't even know that I could have moves like that. I just didn't know that, that the Lord would free me up like that. So talk about freeing, that even though we feel like it's not in our comfort zone, all of a sudden when we stretch our comfort zone this time, I was like, I didn't even think twice about it. And the other thing that comes to my mind is that Michelle and Madadi were up there already. So I felt extra safe. You have a team right behind you and right beside you saying, you're safe. So yeah, you're going to push out of your comfort zone just a little bit, but we're here to help you if you have any questions or any, hey, this person's a really strong personality. Can you guys just in here and help me out? Or whatever. They're asking crazy hard questions. You have that team surrounding you with a safety net and saying, we're here to help you. Lisa and I and Michelle and everybody on this team is here to support and help you. That's our job. So we want to do that. So by stretching out of your comfort zone, it's kind of scary, but at the same time, it's very liberating and very exciting and very freeing. And you learn to trust your team all the more because you start to realize, man, they do know what they're doing and they can help me. you know? So really relying on that backbone of your team is so important too. So get out there and dance. Okay. Becky, I don't know if
Who's coughing? That sounds awful.
Sorry, it's me,
Who's me?
Becky.
I don't see Becky.
I came back from school.
There you are.
You too.
So
Sounds like you're miserable.
So do you have any questions?
No, I'm just drinking it all in.
I bet you are. You would be amazing at this, friend.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to quit your second job. That's my heart for you.
Yeah. Be nice if I just quit them all.
Yes. And up your probio tonight.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I can do that.
Awesome. Okay. Well, I wanted to just end with saying that you have an incredible leader in Michelle. She's strong. She knows her stuff. You know, lean on her. Lisa and I, we're here to help you guys. And we love it. Like my Illinois team is like my family. I mean it. It's like, I feel like I come home when I come to Litchfield. So use us. Don't be afraid to reach out if you're struggling. We want to hear. We want to know.
Did you say something to me?
There too.
Yeah, so Lisa, do you want to say something and then we'll.
Yeah. Something that on Super Saturday, Jen Hawkins, who is the one that signed up, Celeste Gwen, you know, she's a diamond in the company. She gave just a very practical little daily method to do every day. And Karen, this is something, and you could even shorten it, but this is something in my mind, I thought, you know what? That is so doable. She basically said, do 30 minutes of personal growth. You know, like she said, start out your day and do it in this order and set a timer. So you do 30 minutes of personal growth. So whatever that is. And a lot of times I'll just listen to something, you know, while I'm in the shower. So it's not really taking up any, you know, I'm multitasking for sure. And then reaching out for 20 minutes or follow up. And then just 10 minutes of engagement on Facebook. So she does it in that order. So just that amount of time is an hour. So Karen, you could even like cut it halfway, you know, and do 15 minutes of whatever. But that's something just very doable, you know, even for the busiest of schedules. And I say that's my biggest takeaway from Super Saturday. I thought, you know what, that's something a lot of busy moms need to hear, you know, busy ladies. So anyway, but we're praying for you. We love you and we're praying for you. And definitely, like Alita said, if you guys need help, we're here to help you guys. So use those 3-way chats, use those 3-way calls, because they're very good tools to use.
Yes.
That is so great, Lisa. I think I've heard that before, but I have forgotten it. I'm going to use it. The order. I think the order is key. Because your cup is full, you've got something to give. Then you give before you get distracted on Facebook.
Yes, exactly. Because
I think I'm gonna hold myself to that.
Yeah, I always started out like engaging on Facebook. You know what I mean? And that was my first. So then the reaching out didn't happen because the kids would wake up or whatever. So now I'm like, man, personal growth. You know, that's devotion. That's praying. You know, that's listening to a sermon. Any of that. And then the 20 minutes of reaching out, and you set the timer, and she says, do it in that order, and it will change your business.
Yes, I'm going to do that.
I love it. I love it. So true. And that's the other thing, too, is taking that little bit of time on Facebook, engage on the Diamond Mind team page. It is so important because it's such a great tool to use to plug in your new ambassadors so that they can see that it's a momentous team. That is so crucial. And it takes off a huge burden of having to train people if you plug them into the team page where they can see, hey, there's trainings going on. I can hop on a new ambassador training, you know, and then you're not having to do all of this by yourself. So definitely, you know, welcome people, hop on there, comment on stuff, tag your team in videos that you think that would be beneficial, that kind of thing. So, lots of tools, lots of resources to use for sure.
I have some questions if everybody's good.
Yes.
Okay. I just recently got on Facebook, and my niece got me on there. I kept saying, no, I don't want nothing to do with Facebook, whatever. But anyway, I'm on Facebook. I do not know how to do anything like send a video, anything. I tried to put pictures on my wall, and they went on my, where everybody could see them. That got on my
Yeah.
thingy.
On your
I mean, it wasn't on my wall. They were going off my wall. They were everywhere else. So I don't even know how to do that, much less send a video or post something, you know?
Mm.
Okay. We can help you.
So.
Help you.
You know what, Melanie? Something that I did in the very beginning, I watched a lot of YouTube. You know what I mean? I would just go on there.
I was on it for a couple of days, but my thing of it is once I get on it, I can't get off of it.
Yeah.
And my dad's in there needing help, and I'm like, wait a minute, wait one more minute, you know, and I'll be in there in another minute. Can't go to the bathroom till I'm done. Hang on. But yeah, he said tonight. He says, "Do I need to go to the bathroom before you get on that thingy?" I said, "Yeah, you probably should, because I'm going to be on that thingy for a while."
Hey, you could ask your niece who helped you get on there. So say, "Hey, can you help me learn how to post something?"
I can't do that. She's in a different town, and it's like an hour away. And
okay.
And when I do see her, she's all into her friends and going here and doing this and doing that. She don't really spend no time with me. So.
Yeah.
Because I told her, I said, next time I see you, you need to show me how to do this. She just got me on Instagram a couple weekends ago, and then she took off and didn't show me how to post a picture or anything. So I'm on there, but I don't know how to do nothing. So.
Hey, it's all a learning curve.
You can find some video tutorials to help for sure.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Awesome.
Just like tonight, you're recording this. I don't even know how to do that.
Yes.
I don't even know how to hit the record button to record it so I can watch it again. But
I'm going to post
I
it
guess
on
I'll
the
learn.
page.
Okay.
So, you guys are a blessing. We love you so much. Thank you for taking your time, your precious time, and spending it on here. It's so good to see your faces.
Yes.
I love you guys.
Miss your faces.
Becky, we're
Is
praying.
everybody here going to go to Las Vegas? Planning to?
I'm going. Lisa's going.
Woohoo.
I know a girl that's in Las Vegas, and I want to contact her so that she can be signed up before I get there.
I love it.
There you go.
Go home.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Good night.
Love you guys.
Good night.